Hey guys, it's Jessica and I am back with another craft fair idea video, and this time I am sharing some um, post-it note desk holders. I don't know what you want to call them, but they are stands. They're clear photo stands that I added paper to, a little pocket to put some post-it notes in, and then just a cute little sentiment. And then I added some ribbon in order to have a pen holder, and in each pen I added some really cute sparkles. So I'll show the ones that I've made so far. So these two are the exact same, and they're already packaged, or else I would show it a little bit better. But then I have this one that's a little bit more everyday. And I know that like my post-it notes are a little bit brighter than the paper, and if I could have found post-it notes that were like not so bright, I would have gotten those, but this is what I had, so that's what I used. The sentiment up here is from the greetery called Opposites Attract, and then the shape that I stamped it on is a punch from Stampin' Up. So then here's another one that has some cakes as background paper. Then this one that has tea. And then this one is one that I'm working on, but I have to go get yellow Post-its to match this one, and I don't have yellow Post-its, so that's why this one's not done. But this one's probably my favorite so far. I really love sunflowers. So I will show you really quickly what I did to put these together. You will need 2 pieces of patterned paper that measure 4 by 6. And what I chose to do was have the front of my, like the front of the holder be the more vibrant, kind of busier paper, and then the paper in the back have it be a little bit less, busy. Because when you look at the back, like no one's really going to be looking at the back of this, so I didn't want to waste the pretty paper on the back. So you're going to need 2 of those. You are going to need a Post-it notepad that's 3 by 3. And yeah, again, I don't really like the colors with this one, so let's pretend this color goes, even though it doesn't really. You're gonna need a RSVP pen that you can get these at Walmart. You're gonna need a little bit of lace or ribbon. And I'll go ahead and let me cut this. And honestly, I just went about like 1.5 inches or so. Okay, you're gonna need a clear self-adhesive bag. I believe I got this one in a pack from either Amazon or Hobby Lobby. It's probably Hobby Lobby, and it's in the card section. Then you're gonna need like a sentiment or a cut apart, whatever you want to put at the top of that to, you know, have it be your theme. And then you will need a little bit of Scotch tape and some glue. And I used my Tim Holtz tiny attacher to reinforce up here on my pin loop, because what I found was if I just kind of taped it down and then glued it together, it still wasn't holding like I wanted it to. So you will need like a stapler or a tiny attacher. So I found the easiest way to do this was to cut all of my paper and my sentiments and get that all done at once. So then again, I could just do this like assembly line style and just get several done at once. I actually really liked doing this project. Oh, before I forget, you're also going to need a piece of paper that is, think it's, yeah, it's 1.5 by 3 3/4. This is what you're going to use to attach the Post-it notes. So then once they run out, they can refill it themselves. So once you have your sentiment attached to the front of your project, what I did, because messing with ribbon and glue is really messy, I folded mine in half and I figured out where I would want the pin holder. And what I figured out is that I don't really want it at the halfway mark. I kind of want it slightly above the halfway mark. So when you package it, the pin fits nicely in there. So I just took a small piece of Scotch tape and lined it up here and stuck that down. Actually, I just stuck it down like that. And really this is just to keep it secure until our gluing and stapling is done. And then you just add glue all over the back of this one. And you're going to attach the back paper here. Oh, and clearly my paper is a little bit off. So hopefully you're not like me and you cut your paper better. But what I do like to do on this part around the ribbon is to really push down that glue and make sure it's going to close right there, because you don't want to have a gap that's too big in between your paper and ribbon. Okay, so then I will just trim my paper, since obviously I didn't do a great job cutting it. Okay, so when I was doing this, I was a little bit precise in the beginning, and then I kind of got bored with doing that. So you can score about a little over a 1/4 inch in on either side, on the long side, because what you want to create is these two little flaps that fold in, and this will create the pocket for your Post-it notes. But then because I had been doing it so much, I kind of got the hang of how much I wanted, and I didn't need to measure and score it anymore. So just fold in a little bit, or you can be a little bit more precise and use a scoreboard. And I verify my flaps here before I glue them down, just by getting my Post-it note pad and making sure that it will fit in between those two flaps. So obviously we have enough space here, and I am good to glue it down. So one thing that you want to remember is that you're not going to glue this small piece to your main paper. This is actually going to be glued on the outside of the frame. So this is glued on the outside, and then this is slipped into the inside. And if you do use a tiny attacher, you kind of have to lift the paper over and then push it in, or else it'll try and get caught on the staples. And one thing you will notice if you choose to make these is that these frames like to get dirty really quick. So I am going to wipe these down, I think with a little like Clorox wipe or something, before I take them to my craft fair. But yeah, so that is really it. I don't have an extra frame right now, or else I'd literally put it all together, but that is how I made them. How I did the pin is I found some glitter that I really liked, or that would match my paper. Leave the lid on, and you take off the black cap. You don't want to take out this part, because if you do, then you can't put it back in there and get through all of the glitter and stuff that you're putting in there. So then once you find a glitter or beads or whatever that you like, get a funnel, put it at the top of the pen, and just funnel some beads or whatever sequins, whatever you want in there. You also can put patterned paper in here. You cut it down and you roll it really tight, and then you can slip it in there. I thought it'd be cute to do the sequins and glitter because then it's kind of like a shaker pen when it moves around. Actually, this one is out. So you can see here that I can actually move those back and forth. Yeah. Okay, and how I package these, this was an interesting thing to figure out how to package because of this stand on the back. So what I figured out is I can take these clear sacks that like I said, I got from, I believe, Hobby Lobby, and on the back side, so here you have your flap that has the glue or the self-adhesive. So on the other side, so not the side that has the self-adhesive, you're going to cut down the bag until you're about an inch from the top. And you do this on either side. So right there, we're on the seams of the bag. So now it's kind of open. Let me see if I... So here it is cut open. And you can see here that I still have a spot at the top that is not cut into. I know it's hard to see because these are clear, but... So then what I did is, if I had my pin in here, once I get the pin situated how I want it, then I just take the top of the holder and put it up into our bag, but you do want to make sure the pin gets in there. So now we have it fully covered. And then what I did is I flip it over, and you'll see that you have the flap that doesn't have adhesive and the flap that does have adhesive. And all I did was fold the flap without the adhesive over the bottom of the stand, and then take off this, and then fold it over and secure it. So what you'll notice is the front of your project and the back of your project are covered, but you will have an opening here on the sides. This was the only way I could figure out how to package them without going out and buying something new, because I really wanted to just use up the stuff I had. Before I forget, I did figure out the pricing. So a 15 pack of these Post-it notes I got from Walmart were $13.82, and it comes out to be 92 cents a pad. The pens were a 5-pack for $2.27, and this comes out to be 45 cents a pen. The frames are $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. And then I figured like paper lace, you know, really minimal cost. So it cost me about $2.92 to make these, and I'm going to be selling them for $5. Other than that, that is it. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.